the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks. With the ball in the air, secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense, defense, gone defense, defense, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas Doomsday defense. Listen what the hot boys tell them, man. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. You see the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchman coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds, the hot boys shining. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas. We got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks. With the ball in the air, secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL.
Thank you for watching West Coast. This is Antoine Woods.
Thanks for watching West Coast. Go Cowboys.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us at Dallas Cowboys Scout. Appreciate
My
you.
man West Coast from this mother.
Thank you for watching West Coast.
Shout out West Coast Cowboys. You know, it's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, man, and we are live in the building. How y'all doing today on this Sunday? Man, I'm already knowing. If you feeling it, trust me, you know I'm feeling it. And that is the season over blues, man. You know, it is what it is, man. Hey, if you roll for your Cowboys this offseason, man, give yourself a pat on the back, man. Dallas Cowboys fan base, stand up, man. I know it's a lot of folks that gave up, but shout out to them folks that rolled all the way to the end, man. But yo, man, it is your boy West Coast, man. And I already know y'all what y'all want to talk about, so let's jump right into it, man. Let's shout out a couple people that's in the comment box. The folks that help keep the lights on over here. What's up with you, Miss Wendy? I see you. How you doing? Clocked in. Steve, what up with you? Greg, JT, what up with you, man? Dwayne, I see you. Sarah, I see you. Dwayne Yeezy, I see you. Hey, if any of my scouts is in the building, I'm about to drop my hotline number in the building. I'm about to drop my hotline number in the comment box. Let you call in. We'll talk a little bit. Remember, we have children on the show, so no cursing. Represent the Scout Nation well, all right? So I just dropped my number in there. If any of the scouts want to pick up the line, hit the line. I got you. And let's talk some football, man. We're gonna talk about what y'all want to talk about all night. I'm gonna be dropping it in my other comment box. So here we go. What up with you? Here I go. I'm about to drop it. I'm gonna drop it. Remember, here we go. Remember, I appreciate it. Hey, these scouts, these are the people who have looked out for West Coast throughout the year. I appreciate each one. I'll try to get you guys on the line. Wendy, what's up with you? Curtis, what up with you? Dwayne, what up with you? C-Web, what up with you? Ruben, hey, what up with you, man? Everybody's gonna get to talk for maybe about 2 minutes. Keith says, will Jason Garrett be back next season? According to Jerry Jones, he hasn't made no decision, Jason Garrett, at this time. So us fans do not know. That's actually a good question. I actually just dropped a video, and it's actually on my Instagram right now. If you want to go to my Instagram, you can actually see it, and I actually addressed this question, I think, fairly well. And basically, the answer to my question is this, man. I think that on tomorrow, I think the Dallas Cowboys, I think you're not going to hear any type of news, to be honest with you. I think Jerry Jones is an old man. I think they're going to go swallow in a room somewhere in a big pillow for a day or so. But I don't think you're going to hear any news about your head coach change tomorrow. And to be honest with you, if you do hear some news about them letting Jason Garrett go, because you got to see it like this, you won't actually get you'll never see Jason Garrett was fired. You'll never see that text. The reason is because his contract expires in like 2 days. And it's like, why fire someone if you can just let their contract expire? You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, for the most part, that's what the Dallas Cowboys have always done, like with players that they didn't want or players that they had to make decisions on. They don't necessarily just say they released you or blah, 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 blah. They just don't re-sign you. So what I'm thinking is going to happen with Jason Garrett tomorrow is you're not going to hear anything. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think it's because the Dallas Cowboys are probably going to wait until these playoffs are over so that they can interview some of these offensive coordinators that are in the playoffs right now. Or at least the hell they should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not want to interview an offensive coordinator that's in the playoffs right now? That would be dumb. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I think a lot of these teams are going to do. I think Dallas Cowboys are going to be one. Also, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to put out information on them not re-signing without re-signing their coach without knowing who they're going to replace him with. You know what I'm saying? That's typically not how Jerry does business. You know what I'm saying? Usually when Jerry lets a guy go, he usually will tell you within a day or so, if not that same day, who's replacing him. You know what I'm saying? So if the Dallas Cowboys do decide to put out there tomorrow that Jason Garrett will not be coming back and be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, then I would be looking for, to be honest with you, for Jason, I'm not saying I believe he's gonna be our head coach for this season, but I just don't believe any decision is gonna be made on him until these playoffs are done. So I just think some of you guys just need to be pretty much just brace yourself to kind of be pissed off. But like my mom always says, better be pissed off than pissed on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the questions are great. My Scout Nation. I drop my Scout number in there. So if you were watching the show and you want to call in, you got a couple words you want to say, I'll let you speak for a little bit. I see y'all. Let's see. Fred, what's up with you? Fred says by Wednesday. Dakota says, I believe that's the route they will take with the statement saying Jason Garrett contract will not be extended. I mean, I don't even think they're going to put out anything like that, because what I think they are going to do is I think they're going to extend Jason Garrett, and I think Jason Garrett's going to go work in the front office somewhere. Like, I do not think that the Dallas Cowboys are just going to utterly just rid themselves of Jason Garrett. I just don't believe so. Because I think that the only reason why they're even letting Jason Garrett go is because we don't want him. The fans don't want him. But to be honest with you, Jason Garrett, as far as Jerry Jones, even though they didn't make the playoffs, man, I don't think he wants to let him go. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe he do, because Jason Garrett is an absolutist. You know what I'm saying? When they were ready to get rid of Paul Alexander, what they do? They released him in the middle of the season. You know what I'm saying? And then I even was saying this at the beginning of the season: if you don't know what you're gonna do with your freaking coach, freaking don't put him in a position where he gotta play for a contract. Release him, because at the end of the day, what you did is you created a lame duck coach. You know what I'm saying? You got Jason Garrett in there, and I'm not trying to say that I feel bad for him, but to a degree, I do kind of feel bad for him, because it's like, bruh. Like, how are you out here trying to tell these grown men what to do, and they looking at you like, bro, you don't even know if you got your own job. You know what I'm saying? And then think about all the things that the Dallas Cowboys did during that same season. Like, you don't pay your quarterback. And think about this. We love Troy Aikman until he starts saying stuff that we disagree with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we love Troy Aikman when he was saying all that truth, but everybody just missed the fact when Troy Aikman said, hey, Jerry Jones, if you probably would have paid your quarterback, he probably would have paid better. Why? Because he would probably been stressed less. That's what Troy Aikman said. The same guy who criticized him last year, and when I was criticizing him too. I ain't gonna lie, I got to drink to that. But he got better, so we stopped criticizing him. But we don't listen when Troy Aikman says stuff like that, though. We don't listen. You know what I'm saying? We don't listen to when Troy Aikman says how Jerry Jones played a game and decided not to play Dak Prescott, and how it could have affected him, and probably how it probably did affect him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't listen to that type of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, you know, to a degree, I ain't saying I feel sorry for Jason Garrett, but it's like, I just feel like Jerry Jones did not put him in a position to try to win. I didn't. I mean, I also, like, then you don't allow your running back, like your best players, your three best players on your team that affect you going somewhere, all had contract issues or had contract conversations in the middle of the season. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and Mari Cooper. You know something we also learned from this season that I hope we remember is that we need to do contract talks when everybody else does them in the freaking off season. If we're doing contracts if I'm at training camp and I'm talking to y'all about, is such and such gonna get paid? I don't know. He's working now. If I'm saying that type of crap in the training camp, then we know right now that the Dallas Cowboys did not learn from the 2019 season. Because at the end of the day, what's most important right now, as a fan base, as an organization, as a team, is to learn from what the hell we just went through. Because I'm going to tell you what happens. My mama told me this. A lot of times, you go through something, and you won't learn your lesson, and you got to go right back through it. When you could have just learned it. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing for the Dallas Cowboys right now, today, is to start implementing things that show that we learned from our mistakes in 2019. And that is, pay your players, bruh, or let them walk. Like, pay them or let them walk. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these young kids, they're not built like the Irvins. They're not built like the Troy Aikmans. They're not built like that. Why? Because they ain't had social media back then. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got social media telling them rhetoric all day. You don't got that. So it's like, you got Jerry Jones, you can't do these kids the way you did these kids back then. Because let's just be real. It didn't work out the way you thought it was going to do. You pushed all your chips in. You went all in on your head coach. You basically put all these people up against the wall, like where you put all these people in celebrity death matches, and guess what? Some people won and some people didn't. Did Zeke have a good season? Yes. Could he have had a better season? Yes. It's real. Like, that's the main thing we need to be thinking about right now. Now I don't give a damn about the head coach, to be honest with you, because let's just be real. One thing I will say this, for those people that believe this, as long as Jerry Jones is out there, pretty much the stuff is going to be the same. It is. Because I'm going to tell you this, as long as I'm daddy of this house, we're going to be Cowboy fans. So it's like you can't change that. So I can only imagine somebody walking into Jerry Jones's building and saying, well, have you ever tried a green and silver jersey? No, bruh. Like, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an organization who runs a large company like it's a small business. Like it's a family business. Like I used to tell when I used to do business sales, I used to always tell business owners, I'd be like, yo, bro, you can run a small business like it's big, but you cannot run a big business like it's small. You can't do it, bruh. Like when you hit 25 employees, there's certain different there's different insurances you have to have. So you can't run this big old business, $billion conglomerate, like it's a goddamn mom and pop cell phone shop. I'm doing a video right now on nepotism, and I was gonna drop it before this game, but I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. This is our West Coast Nito word of the day. And the word is nepotism. It's actually a Catholic term. I want y'all to Google it, though. There's a word called nepotism. Nepotism. And I'm going to be honest with you, just Google it. You know what I'm saying? Just go to YouTube. I ain't even about to try to sit up here and funk like I know what I'm talking about. Go to YouTube, say your nepotism. It'll give you 50,000 examples of what it is. And I'm going to tell you, when you listen to them YouTube videos, you're going to be like, dang, that's what's happening in Dazzlers right now. And just like all these YouTube videos is saying, it ain't good. Nepotism, I'm going to tell you guys what nepotism is really, really, really fast. Nepotism is this. Back in the old days, Catholic priests could not, or at least they're not supposed to. And what they would do is when they would die, they would leave their stuff. They would leave their diary, their blah, blah, blah. They would leave that to their nephews because their nephews was like their closest next of kin. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the concept. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like what nepotism is. It's like, you promote the next person under you, not because he's most qualified, but because he's in your family type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you what happens with nepotism is you get the exact same idea over and over. The only difference is the idea comes in red. That's it. Like, you go buy a car and you got a whole car lot and you be like, what's the difference between this car and that car? And you'd be like, it's the same car. But why that car look different? Because that car's red. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You be looking at the same Camaro. You be like, dang, that white one looked like a rental Camaro. That red one looked like it looked like a sports car. Bruh, it's just red. That's it. Basically, you get the exact same thing. The only difference is it's red. And that's what nepotism is. And to be honest with you, that's what you've seen a lot in Dallas. And to keep it real, that's what it is. Why? Because Jerry Jones is in charge and his son behind him is in charge. And let's just be real, there is never going to be someone in this organization or someone on the face of the planet that is going to walk in and put Jerry Jones in his place. And you are a fool if you think that's going to happen. Just keeping it real. Well, remember, nepotism is the word of the day. And that's what's happening in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And also I'm going to give you guys a little insight, too, on the coach of Dallas, of the next Dallas Cowboys is this, right? Jason Garrett is beloved by Jerry because he what? Because he knows him and he trusts him and he has all these keys to the castle, right? Can I ask you a question? If a guy that Jerry Jones does not know come into this building, how many keys to AT&T Stadium does you think he's going to get on his first day? Like, I'm almost scared to get a new haircut. You want to know why? Because I feel like if a head coach come in here, he's going to have less power than the guy we have now. Why? Because at least the guy we have now at least knows them. Jerry Jones is going to be like, bruh, I don't know you. gotta go sit your nail down somewhere and put bing bang in there. There's only been 2 people who have stood up to Jerry Jones in their business, and that is Jimmy Johnson and Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells ended up 34-30. Jimmy Johnson won his Super Bowls and greatest era in Dallas Cowboy history, but he also got fired 5 years before his contract expired. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I don't know who our next head coach should be. I don't know, because there's just like honestly, like, my mama ain't watching right now, but I ain't gonna use my mom, use my grandma. Like, my grandma 83 years old, and she be talking about her requirements of the man, the next man she gonna marry, and she be like, he gotta be first off, he gotta be older than her, because she don't want nobody younger than her. He gotta have all his teeth, what she say? She said it on, and I'm not being funny, because if you watch my live video, she said it on my live. He gotta be up and active, like he gotta be goddamn riding horses. I'm like, grandma, and he gotta be rich. Don't forget she gotta, my grandma say, he gotta have moolah. That's what she said. And I'm thinking in my head, grandma, this person don't exist. Like, he don't exist. Denzel Washington is already taken, and Jesus is sitting on the throne. He don't exist. That man don't exist, grandma. He don't. It's a character in a movie, but he don't exist on the face of the earth. And I feel like sometimes some of the expectations of the next Dallas Cowboys coach, man, he don't exist. Like, he don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because there isn't a name right now that if you drop him in the Dallas Cowboys and that's going to be like, boom, oh my God, there's this hope. And it can't be Lincoln Riley. I'm just being real with you. Why? Because Lincoln Riley does not his name is not bigger than the data that is out on college coaches. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? See, this is the thing about college coaches. In college, it's easy to score a whole lot of points. And when you're just responsible for scoring a whole lot of points, that's cool. But see, in the NFL, they have these defenses that you face really good every week. LSU faces a good defense out of 12, 13 games, probably 4, 3. Man, in the NFL, you facing a good defense every single game. So just being able to just score a whole bunch of points in college, that doesn't count, man. You have to be able to sustain drives. Because blowing out a bunch of bad teams, man, that doesn't equate in the NFL. That's why the Chip Kellys, that's why the Kingsburgers, or whatever that dude in Arizona, that's why they don't do good in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, a lot of these high-powered offenses, they require, this is something that people don't talk about either, they require a ton of personnel. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Chip Kelly came to play USC, this dude brought like 16 goddamn wide receivers. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It requires a lot of personnel. In the NFL, man, you got 53 dudes. So that means if you want to run no hurdle, that wide receiver got to be in shape. And like, that's what a lot of these quarterbacks in college be, man, it'd be a lot of rotational players. And they don't have that in the NFL. You don't have that. You have 53 players, 47 to be exact. Like, I remember one thing that Chip Kelly used to do, because I went to one of his practices because I had a little cousin who's going to go to Oregon. He ended up going somewhere else. Actually, it wasn't my little brother. It was cousin of my little brother that went. But he used to do this thing where he had 4 offenses, right? And basically, what Chip Kelly would do is he would have his starting offense right here, and he'd have his starting defense right here. And he'd have his second, and they would basically, the offense would run a play, right? Boom. They would run a play. Then the second defense, the second string offense would come on the play, would come on and run a play against that same defense. Boom. Right? So now they just got 2 plays. Then the first team defense would come back on and run. So he would just keep on doing that. And basically what it simulated is, like, literally you only got about 40-second break in between each play. But you know how many freaking athletes you got to have to do that? Like, that's a lot. So it's like a lot of this stuff that these guys are able to do in college, you can't do it in the NFL. And think about this. You only get 1 padded practice a week in the NFL either. So it's like the NFL is not really built, nor is it designed for young coaches young guys to just come in here and just be like, ooh. It don't work that way. Yeah, you be like, oh, but what about the Rams? But the Rams also had the first overall. Well, they had like a first overall quarterback. They had like the third. Where was Gurley picked at? Like top 10. You know what I'm saying? They had some third rounds, fourth round wide receivers. Like their offense is kind of built for it. And Sean McVay, there's always a one-off. Don't get me wrong. There's always a one-off. But my thing is this. Lottery winners will tell you you don't plan your life around winning a lottery winner. About winning a lottery tickets. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's why I say right now, if you're looking for, that's why I say it's really up to you guys. I really need to ask you, the fans, as me too, because I'm a fan too. I'm a scout, serious Cowboy fan, undercover truth. But I really want to know, what are you expecting? Like, if you're not, because my expectations is, I'm going to tell you right now, Jesus coming back in 2021. God dang it. So I can't afford to be waiting another 3 years. You know what I'm talking about? I can't. So I'm looking for a Super Bowl in 2020. So any decision that West Coast does is going to be based on me winning the Super Bowl in 2020. So, you know, I lean more toward a guy who has some success. You know, but you also got to think about this. Your new head coach, it ain't just going to be about bringing him in, because your new head coach is going to have to be bought and sold into Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore. Because you can't have a guy come in here and be like, yeah, I don't like Dak Prescott. I want to get a new quarterback. We're picking at 17. What do you think you're getting at 17? Don't think you're going to get Haskins. I mean like a Haskins type. Come on now. We ain't trying to go to the draft. We ain't trying to do it. You pick a quarterback at 17, you ain't expecting him to start this year. So then guess what? You're paying Ezekiel Elliott $15 million to be a quarterback to a rookie while he figures it out? That's a waste of talent. No. With the money that you paid Zeke, you need to have him with some experience doing what he's doing. Why? Because you're paying him. That extension money about to start. He ain't on no rookie deal no more. He's a grown man. So I don't want to waste Zeke. And then think about this. If you do go all in with Amari Cooper, shoot. You gonna pay Amari Cooper all this year to get a young, unexperienced quarterback so he can be trying to figure it out? Nah, bruh. No, sir. I don't think so. You want experience at the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, and then the last thing I was gonna say, you gotta have faith in your play caller, and I say that is because it's like you can't. What are you gonna do if you don't like if you didn't like Kellen Moore, you can only let him go. You can't demote him back to your quarterback coach, and you damn sure can't promote him to your head coach. So he's either gonna stay where he's at, or you're gonna let him go. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think they're gonna keep Kellen Moore. So that's why I'm telling y'all, the next head coach job is not just going to be like, yo, bring this guy in because we like him. No, that guy's going to have to believe in Dak Prescott as the quarterback and Kellen Moore as the play caller. And if you bring in a guy like Lincoln Riley, Boss Cowboy came out with a good idea where you could keep Kellen Moore, but having two young, smart guys on the team, I'm sorry, somebody's going to butt heads with somebody. One of y'all got to go. Like, I can only have one whiz kid. So, I mean, that's kind of like my take on on Jason Garrett, and that's kind of like my take on this coaching. Let me get y'all some questions real quick. Priya says Jones probably not gonna let his son-in-law go because he doesn't want to hurt his daughter's feeling. I mean, you know, there's always a little nepotism involved when you have there's always going to be nepotism involved when you have a person running when it's a family-owned business. That's just how I go. You know what I'm saying? I think every family-owned business got an auntie or a mama or a sister, somebody working there, and they may not be the most qualified, but guess what? They got the job. What's up with you, my Cowboys family? He said Jason Garrett is gone. I mean, my thing is this, man. Like, so many of you guys are so excited about Jason Garrett's gone, but then you have I heard no realistic plan of what you're gonna do to replace him. Like, I think we need to be more people are excited. I'm a person of substance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get Jason Garrett may be gone, but let me be excited I'm not just gonna just will my excitement and just say, "Oh, I'm happy because he's gone." And what does that mean? What does Jason Garrett being mean to this organization? What does that mean? Because for some of you guys, I'm thinking it means to you that you have this thought that it's gonna mean instant success. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's not what's happening in the NFL. Like, that's not what's happening. And to be honest with you, I'm not even defending Jason Garrett. What I'm saying is Jason Garrett's gone. Talk to me about what's next. Because you guys remember, I am an 80-20 guy. I'm an 80-20 guy. I like to talk 80% about fixing the problem, 20% about what we going to do about the problem. I actually said that backwards. I'll talk 20% about the problem, 80% about fixing it. That's why I haven't really entertained the thought on firing Jason Garrett. Why? Because, like, bro, his contract is up. So it's like, it's not even about do we fire him. That's why I say anybody who says that we should fire Jason Garrett, I'm not saying you're uneducated, but I'm just saying, like, that doesn't make sense. They're not going to fire someone when his contract expires the next day. That doesn't make no sense. You just let him contract expire and you don't re-sign him. That's all you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys aren't going to re-sign him. But what I want, the thought of letting my coach doesn't excite me. The thought of knowing what comes next is what should excite me. So that's what I want to know. What is next? Because I hear a lot of fire Jason Garrett and nothing behind it. Oh my God, Jason Garrett's fired. We're going to the Super Bowl. Who's your coach? Oh, well, I like to be honest with you, if you don't have a definitive name on who you want to be your coach, you shouldn't be yelling fire Jason Garrett. You should be taking that energy and trying to figure out who you want to be your coach. It's kind of like goes to the old saying, you don't quit one job if you don't have one. You know what I'm saying? People are asking me about Urban Meyer. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not believe that Urban Meyer is going to be the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I actually think that I think Urban Meyer is going to be the next coach of the Cleveland Browns. To be honest with you, it just makes so much sense. He was a god at Youngstown. He was a god at Oklahoma. He can go be a god in Cleveland. Like, it just makes sense. Like, he's literally like one at every level. You know what I'm saying? And hey, guys, I don't knock you guys for wanting to fire Jason Garrett, but I just think it's very simple. It's like very simple to just keep on yelling fire Jason Garrett, and then a guy like me comes along and says, okay, now he's fired. Now what are you going to do? And then you sit there like take that energy instead of firing your coach and find out who you want to replace him with. Because that's what business is about. Like, you can have a broken tool, but you got to figure out what you're going to do to replace it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you what happened is you can fire him, and then guess what? Now you're in luau land and don't even know what you're going to do. And there's not even going to be nothing about Jason Garrett being fired. Why? Because his contract ends. Robin says, but you was asking me, Robin, who was you asking me about? Let me get it back up here. Jesus says, dude, let me see. Dude, you don't need to explain that the boys just couldn't get it together when they needed to. Even blind man can see that, and the blame could go around. It doesn't change the fact that as the team, they didn't do what they were required to do. The point is, win or lose to draw, they are my team, and we have to do better in order to make it to the playoffs and championship. Great comment, Gail. Great comment. Ruben says Jason Witten is the new head coach. Yes, man, facts. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if we go get if we're looking for a coach that's like a yes man, that's gonna like not call plays and just be a culture guy, I have no problem with Jason Witten, because Jason Witten is probably the only person on the face of the earth except for Tony Romo that could probably look Jerry Jones in the face and say, "Bruh, no." I mean, he said no to all them tight ends we tried to bring in here, right? You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with Jason Witten, because it's like this. My head coach ain't calling plays anyway. So he just need to be a culture dude. A guy that's sold out for the star, but I need a guy who can at least hold his nuts on some of the stuff that Jerry Jones be saying and be like, bruh, no, we're not doing that. And to be honest with you, I actually think I think Jason Witten could do it. Now, would Jason Witten be my first choice? No. But that's why I'm telling you Jason Witten is my first choice under those circumstances. If we're looking for another Jason Garrett replacement, why not? Like, if you think of all the people on the face of the earth who could probably look at Jerry Jones and be like, bruh, no. That's dumb. That makes no sense. I'm not doing that. It's probably Jason Witten. Why? Because of the admiration that they have for him. You know what I'm saying? I think Tony Romo can do it, but Tony Romo about to get like $10, $12 million to sit on his butt and talk about TV. Like, they about, like, watch. Tony Romo about to get like $10 or $12 million to talk about football. Do you think he about to give that up to come go through it freaking John Gruden go? Because remember, we all love John Gruden. We loved John Gruden until he started coaching. And he'd be like, bro, you like everybody else. Go, get on over there. So I don't know. If I'm Tony Romo, I don't know. I think I might like the way y'all view me right now. I be coaching and then stuff start messing up and y'all want to blame me, and now y'all forgot that I was Tony Romo. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm Tony Romo. I don't know if I do it. I think I'm going to try to get more money out the soup money. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I'm the highest paid sports announcer. Why would I want to lead that? That makes no sense. Like, to get Tony Romo over here, you're going to have to pay that dude like $12 million to be your head coach. Think about this. You didn't want to give Earl Thomas 15. Heck no, you can't get no head coach no $12 million, no $10 million. Yeah, get out of here, bro. He's not worth, well, there is some coaches worth $10 million. Bill Belichick, he worth $10 million. But Chucky, he ain't even worth $10 million. That's a lot of money for a coach. Now, I know it don't go against your salary cap, but it do go against when you inside those locker rooms. Is your coach giving $10 million worth of coaching while this linebacker's over here giving you $10 million worth of linebacking? You know what I'm saying? That's what it really come down to it. You can't have no coach making no 10, 12, that type of money, and he ain't putting out the same type of energy and experiences as them players making that same amount of money. That's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I don't know about Urban Myers just because something tells me that him and Zeke ain't the best. Now, I know people say, oh, yes, he is, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just kind of seems like it didn't seem like it was when they left. And I don't know if I want to take that chance. I don't know if I want to take that chance of reinfusing or redoing something that could have been there. I want to start fresh. I want one of these offensive coordinators, man. Like, I want one of these offensive coordinators like one of these dudes that's really hands-on and freaking, like, I want a guy that looks at Jerry Jones and says, bro, I know what I'm doing. Go back to your seat. Like, I want a guy with a resume like that. Like, and more importantly, I don't want nobody that's kissing butt to be the Dallas Cowboy coach right now. Because what you telling me is, bro, you already going to be, you know what I'm saying? Lord, forgive me, I didn't mean to do that. But I'm saying, man, Urban Meyer, I'm like, bruh, so if Jerry Jones tell you something, you really going to stand up and you already kissing his butt to get on the team? I don't want that. Like, I want a coach that literally don't need the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I want a coach that turn us down. Like, hell no, I'm cool, bruh. Nah, bro, I'm cool. And Jerry Jones got to come and beg him or something. That's what I want. Somebody who don't need the Dallas Cowboys. Because somebody who need the Cowboys, man, they're going to be kissing butt, man. And we like the same crap. Like, somebody told me today, West Coast, you should be the head coach. Hell no, I don't want to be no head coach. I sure be the GM, though. I want Jerry job. I can't do Jason job. I'm cool. I don't want to be down. I sure don't want Kellen Moore's job. I might be able to call some plays, but then y'all get mad at me, and then I want to throw the clipboard, so I'm cool on that too. So I'm cool. Give me the guy. Let me be the guy at the top making some decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You make the right decisions. You make a lot of that. If the decisions at the top are right, the decisions on the bottom on the field are easier. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of what I'm saying. North Turner, he old, man. He ain't coming back over here. It ain't happening. They ain't doing it. I don't know who they're gonna go get as their head coach, and it wouldn't surprise me if Jason Garrett came back. Like, I'm confident enough to say that I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not even about to sit up here and sell you this, but I will tell you this: if you don't hear anything about Jason Garrett in the morning, that means that the Dallas Cowboys have definitely considered bringing him back, and now it's just it's more about how us the fan are gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to talk about my hot boys because I know this. If you're on my thread and you're saying something bad about my hot boys, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. Why? Because like West Coast said, give me some good defensive tackle play, and your hot boys going to be right back to where they was. It's what it is, man. I know a lot of y'all spent a whole goddamn offseason. I know some of y'all ain't gonna inbox me and say my bad for some of the bad stuff y'all said in my comment box. I know. It's all good. It's about to be. I forgive you anyway. Don't even trip. Hot boys, we forgive you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got to say I told you so. But I mean, like, I ain't gonna lead you wrong, man. Like, one thing you got to know about West Coast is this, man. My ultimate goal is always the win and get to the next day so we can get to the tournament. Like, any decision that I make or anything that I talk about Cowboy related is going to be filtered through that. And not winning a Super Bowl 2 years from now. Winning the most current one. So now my mind is on 2020. I'm going to be honest with you, it's still on 2019. I'm going to have a mental breakdown later on when I go to ESPN. Like, it really ain't really hit me yet that my season's over. Like, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to probably disappear for like 2 days, and then y'all going to be like, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, the Hot Boys was not lukewarm this season. That's when people say stuff like that, that's how I know people don't know what they're talking about. Like, the Dallas Cowboys Hot Boys were not lukewarm this year. I'm going to tell you what the Dallas Cowboys Hot Boys were. They were injured. That's what they were. They were injured. They gave up 3 more points than what they gave up last year. And still only gave up 3 more points than what they gave up season last year. That's what I be saying, man. Like, that's that. When I see stuff like that, it motivates me to continue to put out content, because there's just people that they're just narratives out there that they're just lazy narrative. They're just lazy. Like, they're just lazy. It's a lazy narrative. Because I'm gonna tell you what happened to your defense. I'm gonna tell you what happened to your defense. This is what happened to your defense. Your defense needed a defensive tackle in 2018, and you know what your ownership did? They drafted Tristan Hill. And how much did he play? Now, remember, we said if we drafted Tristan Hill, i.e. Chris Richard said this, that with the drafting of Tristan Hill, that we did not need a safety. So what happens when that person that you drafted to fix your problem isn't good? Like, what happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? Can I ask you a question? What happens when you have a hole in your bathtub and water's coming out and you go buy a Band-Aid to fix it, you put it over it, and the Band-Aid comes off? Matter of fact, doesn't it come off? The Band-Aid isn't even available. What? I think he's only active 5 games. So what happens to that same water that's coming out that bathroom since 2018? You know what happens? It continues to come out. So what happens with Tyrone Crawford? What happened to him? Oh yeah, he's out for the season. Antoine Woods, your best run stopper? Well, he was hurt 80% of the season. We just got him back last week, and he didn't even play today. See, this is what happens when you come on my show and you just be throwing random rigor mortis out there. You get some truth. I know a lot of you guys wanted to go into your bread thinking that the defense was not good this year. I know you did. But I'm going to tell you, your defense was good, but your defense was also on the field way too much. We had 11 games this year where your defense had to defend at least 12 or more possessions. Think about this. How many quarters are in a game? How many quarters are in a game? There's 4, right? So if you have to defend at least 12 possessions, you know what that is? 4, 8, 12. Bruh. That's almost what? That's 2 to 3 guaranteed runs you have to defend every quarter. Think about this. Last week, we let the Eagles, they had to defend the Eagles 3 times in the first quarter by itself. Your offense gave them the ball 3 times in the first quarter itself. Think about today. Your offense scored 47 points, but think about this. How many points did they score off the damn turnovers that your defense gave them? They got 6 points off turnovers today. 6. Your hot boys ain't been lukewarm. You gonna tell you what they've been? They've been overly burned. The Dallas Cowboys did nothing to fortify their strongest defense on defense, and that is your defensive line. They did nothing. You brought in Robert Quinn, but Robert Quinn did not help because Robert Quinn was replacing Randy Gregory. So how do you come up one if you need him to replace him? And think about this. Robert Quinn, as much as I love you, but he just got 2 more sacks than Randy Gregory got. Like, I'm just being real with you. Like, Robert Quinn got 2 more sacks than Randy Gregory got last year. And Randy Gregory only played, 11 games? Now, I'm not shading Robert Quinn. But I'm just saying. Then we didn't even get Michael Bennett into the game before the Patriots. A game and a half before the Patriots? And he's not known for against the run. He's known for the sacks. I told you guys 2 weeks before the trade deadline how to fix this defense. Go get Muhammad Wilkerson. Whatever that boy name from the Jets. Go get him. He's fat. He's nasty. He got a big old beard. Qualified. You can play on the Dallas Cowboy defensive line. Your defense was on the field 36 minutes last week, while your offense was on the field 23. Bro, that's 2 times as much. Imagine if I told you you had to swim for 23 minutes. You'd be like, damn, that's a long time. And imagine if I told you, you know what, my bad, I'm in 36 minutes. Hold that. And guess what? They still only gave up, 17 points. Defense was on the field way too much this year. And I'm going to tell you what the Dallas Cowboys, let me tell you what we did. We did nothing to support our defense. Think about this. The Saints, what, they like 13-3? What are they, crazy record? And they in here bringing in wide receivers. Why do you need more wide receivers when you got a wide receiver with 144 catches? Why do you need more wide receivers? You just want all the wide receivers. Can't nobody have no wide receivers because you want all the wide receivers. You want to know why? Because the Saints are going for the kill. They don't want to win the Super Bowl. They want to dominate through the Super Bowl. They want to guarantee their Super Bowl. They want to guarantee their success. So you know what they did? They had a tryout before the playoffs. You know what? We got a dude over here that just broke the NFL record, 144 catches. But guess what? What if he don't work one day? Let me go, you know what, AB? Hey, AB. You know what, bro? Come here, man. Come here, bro. I know your head is shaped to the left. I get it, bro. But this is what I need. As long as you don't make no more rap videos, we going to sign you. Okay? That's what the Saints did. That's what teams who want to really win Super Bowls do. That's what we do. That's what they do. Like, they didn't brought in Dez. They didn't brought in AB. They like, man, we don't give distractions. Oh, you was a distraction? That's a good thing. You're going to be a distraction when you run down this. Maybe you can distract these cornerbacks. That's what the Saints did. You know what the Cowboys did? Oh, we fine. Oh, no, we good. LVE ain't played it for never. When we bring a linebacker in. Oh my God, I'm about to throw my hat. I can't throw this one because it's my good one. You had 2 linebackers go down, bruh, and you still didn't even bring a linebacker in until 2 weeks later. Forbath was available 3 weeks before we signed him. You let Brett Mayer miss 4 kicks before you brought Forbath in. I'm venting right now, y'all. Man, that's crazy. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Sean Payton. I don't think Sean Payton's coming to Dallas, man. And I don't think Urban Meyer's coming to Dallas. I think Urban Meyer. I already talked about this, and I think he's going to freaking Cleveland. I think Urban Meyer is just using the Dallas Cowboy fan base to get his name out there. That's what I think. Every year, Sean Payton. I mean, have you guys noticed this? Every year, Sean Payton says, I'm thinking about leaving and going to Dallas. And then guess what? I'm not going to say that, because if I say that, y'all going, because I don't know how to phrase that in a way. I don't know how to phrase that in a way for y'all to not get mad. Can I say something, but I don't want it to come off sexist? Or I need at least one yes in the comment box before I say this. All right, I got a yes. All right, now I'm going to say this, and I ain't being sexist. I just think I need to say this. The Saints is owned by a woman, right? And I think sometimes, like my wife, like when stuff happened with the car, my wife will automatically deviate to me because she like, you a dude, you should know this. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes when they bring problems to her, I think they deviate to him, and he's pretty much running the organization. That's what I think. And it seems like every time Sean Payton says that there's a chance that he's leaving, he gets a raise. So if I'm Sean Payton, wouldn't I just say every year, yeah, you know what, man, I think I think I might be going to Dallas. You know, I got the roots over there. I own a little coffee shop out there. And you know what happens? 2 weeks later, he's getting more money. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like, Sean Payton got a raise twice off the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because of us, the fans. What I think Urban Meyer's doing, I think Urban Meyer is just using the Dallas Cowboy fan base to get his name out there. That's what I believe. Do I believe he want to play? Do I believe he want to coach the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, why not? He unemployed. Why does any man not want a job? Unless you just a bum. Of course he wants the job. You know what I'm saying? But remember, it wasn't the Dallas Cowboys that brought him up. He brought himself up. You know what I'm saying? So do I believe that Urban Meyer just wants a job? Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? But do I think he's going to wait around for the Dallas Cowboys? Hell no. And if I'm going to be honest with you, Cleveland is more, it looks way better than a job than the Dallas Cowboys. I'm just being real. I'm just saying, if I was a person unemployed and I was looking at a job, I'm thinking like, wait, okay. Dallas Cowboys pretty damn talented. But Cleveland's pretty damn talented too. Who's the owner in Dallas? Jerry Jones. Who's the owner in Cleveland? Who is the owner of the Cleveland Browns? James, see what I mean? I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. Some dude named James Arthur Haslam III. I didn't even know that. Okay. I'ma be Urban Meyer who works for Jerry Jones over here. Okay. In Cleveland, I'm gonna be LeBron James. They're going to have a picture of me looking like I'm LeBron. I'm going to be the equivalent of LeBron James. LeBron James? If I bring success, they're going to look at me like LeBron James? Hell no, I ain't going to Dallas. Hell no, I ain't going to Dallas. I can't do it, man. No. No, I don't think it happens. If it does, because Urban Meyer don't call plays. So you're looking for a culture guy. If you're looking for a culture guy, man, you better go get Jason Witten. Go get Jason Witten. Like, I need somebody who can look at Jerry Jones and be like, no, I'm not starting Anthony Brown. Why? Because even though I love him and that's the homie, you gave up 15 touchdowns in your career. We need Jordan Lewis. I need a guy that looks at Brett Maher and says, Brett Maher, you're fired. What? Did that come from Jerry? No, Brett. Oh, wait, time out. My bad, Brett. Yeah, I ain't caught slipping. Cowboys up under it. No, that came from me. Head El Coche. You see that head El Coche? Yeah, you're fired. I'll let Jerry go. I'll let Jerry. No. I'll let Jerry know. Don't trip. I got you. See you on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of coach I need. I need a coach that walks up to Xavier Woods after he misses that 5th touchdown, the 5th tackle that led to a touchdown, and says, Xavier Woods, sit your nuts down somewhere. You're benched. That's what I need. I need a head coach that looks at Ezekiel Elliott and says, Ezekiel Elliott, I know that you're tired. I get it. But for $90 million, get your blank back on that football field. We're on TV. Smile. I love you, Zeke, but that got to change, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need a guy that tells Cooper, you're either hurt or you're hurt. If you can play, I need better body language. I need a coach that tells Dak Prescott, if you can't throw on Monday and you can't throw on Tuesday and you can't throw on Thursday, you probably can't throw on Sunday. Go sit your down somewhere. Like, that's what I need. Like, I need a head coach that's confident in his backups to make decisions like that. Because we have a head coach that's not even, we have an organization team, a management staff that's not even confident in their backups. So if you're not confident in your backups, why do you have them? The reason why Teddy Bridgewater played so long after Drew Brees was hurt, after he got hurt, is because they were confident in their backups. That means they kind of understand what they're doing. You know what I mean? A little small thing. Hey, man, the Cowboys got pick 17, and I'm about to get out of here because my head is about to hurt. It's already hurting. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It ain't really hit me yet. Like, I know it ain't hit me yet. It's gonna really hit me next week. And so, I'm just telling y'all now, if I said anything about anybody's mama, unless it was true, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Just don't get in my inbox. I won't get in yours. Because I don't get in nobody's inbox. I don't go in nobody's inbox. I don't say nothing about nobody's inbox. I don't even know no inbox. But y'all get in my inbox trying to, like, and then I don't get this either. My thing is this. There'd be Cowboy fans that literally inbox me and be like, ha, West Coast, I told you we were going to lose today. Ha. And I'd be looking at you like, congratulations. Like what? I just don't get it, man. We got to be better Cowboy fans in 2020, man. Like, for real, man. Some of y'all might, I don't know, man. Hey, man, I'm rambling now. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace. Freaking season's over.